Northern Territory. And I think, as a famous cricket commentator once said, it's all happening, Richie. This is Hans Worstling. I've taken him to the Northern Territory to catch some beautiful barramundi for Father's Day. We're out with Shane Compain from Tackle World Coolangatta. He is the man, and the only reason I don't have a fish on is because my Yozuri isn't in the water yet. Now, this is the deal, Dad.
This is the deal.
When I took Mum fishing for Mother's Day, I said I can take you anywhere you want to go, and she said I want to go to Western Port and catch elephants. You're a much smarter man because you want to catch barramundi in the Northern Territory. Look at that fish. Just give me a little bit of line. That's it. That's it.
Pull his head up, pull his head up.
Pull his head up. That is a beautiful barramundi, Huntsy.
Oh.
Oh. That's all right. That's all right. Good man.
Sorry.
And what a start. We have travelled, and you'll hear a bit of banging in the background because Daniel is fishing on our camera boat, Naughty Daniel, and he's caught a beautiful barra too. They've obviously come through in a wave. Just lift this fish up.
I'll actually get the net for this one.
We've travelled 2 hours this morning. That is a beautiful fish. And literally, the first 2 casts, 2 barramundi. Oh, and we've even got a Paul's Ice Coffee. It's going off. And what a nice fish, Dad.
Good fish.
Shane, how long's this fish, you reckon?
Maybe pushing 80.
We're just sort of stuck in the net there. If you can pull that hook out for me. It's just tangled under the rubber. And we're using a rubber net because they're environmentally friendly. And Dad, what a way to open the account.
What a beautiful fish.
Isn't it just gorgeous?
Isn't it lovely?
Now, Dad was lucky enough to catch his first barramundi. How young were you, Dad?
How young? Just over.
Just over, let me say, he was a couple of years over 70. The flies are fairly bad this morning.
Just a couple over.
And his first barra was on his 3rd cast, and his 2nd barra trip ever.
Lovely fish.
Isn't it gold?
Oh, isn't it beautiful?
Do these things remind you of the estuary perch we caught in Gippsland?
Yeah, a bit bigger though.
And have you got the hang of that bait caster yet?
Getting it.
You are the man. Well done, mate. I'll get these hooks out and just lay them on the deck there. If you can just get that hook out for me, mate. That's a beautiful fish. Good start. Now, are you going to release this one, Dad?
Oh, I think so.
Do the honours?
I think we'll let it go. Live another day.
Now, I have to say too, you chose this,
that lure.
You chose this crystal minnow.
Exactly.
What was it about that lure you liked?
And I'm hanging on to it.
What was it about that lure you liked?
I don't know, the colour, I think.
Ah, very good.
Yeah.
Well, Huntsy Cronje.
Here we go.
Whoa, sorry, I'm just going to just support this fish. I'll let him go for you, mate.
Let it go.
Good man. I've got a question. Do they have barramundi in Holland?
No, they haven't.
What do they have?
Herring.
Herring, yeah, that's exciting, Dad. Remind me not to go there in a hurry. Well done, mate, well done. Oh. Thank you, Mr. Barra. It's not as nice as Mum's elephant fish, but it'll do the damage. Off you go, mate.
Off he goes.
And away you go. Woo. Gotta like the Daly River. It is an amazing part of the world.
Gotcha.
The barra are following these lures all the way from the other side, and then when you lift them out of the water, they go, hang on a second, they're trying to smash them. So this time, he won't be there, but what I'll do is I'll actually leave it in the water. Just let it sit there for a second, just before I lift it out, just in case. Murphy's Law didn't work, but that is amazing. How's the sound they make, Shane?
It's like a depth sounder.
And isn't it? And they're just such implosion feeders that they make amazing noise. It's like a gunshot going off at times, isn't it?
Get the heart going.
Just a little.
Oh, that's a great fish.
And Daniel, stop catching all our fish. Now, you won't believe what's happened here. I've actually grabbed the spin rod out for a second because I noticed someone on my camera boat, I won't mention his initials, well, I will. His initials are Daniel Jans. He's been catching quite a few fish, and he actually had a deep diving Yozuri on. I thought, you know what? Monkey see, monkey do. So I actually got a crystal minnow in a deep diving bib. It goes down around 2 to 4 metres. Threw it on the spin rod, and a lot of people think you can't catch barramundi on spin gear. This is a 4,000 size twin power reel, beautiful T-curve stick, and it'll knock over most fish pretty quick, including this barra. And just by getting that deep diver down a couple of metres and still twitching it, look at the boil. If I had a boil on my backside like that, I'd be to the doctor quick smart, Shane. Quick smart. Gee, they fire up, don't they?
Beautiful, Paul.
Open the bail. Very nice. It just goes to show it does pay to think a little bit and also watch what the people around you are doing, because by seeing the boys using deep diving lures and changing to that crystal minnow, and green is really effective in this coloured water. I actually spoke to Steve Compain, Shane's father. He said, Paul, go green or chartreuse and you should do very well. Great fish. Gotta love them. Barramundi, boys, go through any time that suits. And Mr. Barra, head back home. And thank you for the memories, because they were sensational.
Well done, Paul.
Oh, you're pretty keen to go, aren't you, mate? You're pretty keen. Okay. Off you go. Off you go. I think he still had a little bit in him. Can you just explain what you are actually doing? Because people at home will be thinking, why has he got his rod in the water?
The fish is about over that side of the boat, or was.
Yep.
Keeping the line well away from the hull of the boat, pretty much.
Because if it touches the bottom of the boat, it's gone.
Ping. All the motor, very...
You think
One of
you
the
might
worst ways to lose a fish.
Do you think you might be chook hooked, mate?
No. I felt him suck it in.
Okay.
It's just
You anticipate. Oh no, it's just a big fish. It's just a big fish. Oh yeah, got to like
try
that.
net for this one, Paul?
Yeah, I might try and net this one. Emphasis on the word try. I think that was a bit unkind.
Pretty please. Here he comes. He's on the top of the face. Right on the nose, he's come and sniffed it. And that's that chartreuse with the red belly.
Nice. Deep or shallow?
Shallow minnow, actually.
Okay.
Just downsized.
Yep. Oh, it's my little 3D minnow. I love that lure. Yoo-hoo! Man, I've caught some fish on that. I was telling you last time we were here, that's a good barra. I was saying that little 3D minnow, it is just a corker of a lure. And you know what really love it? Spangled Emperor love it, and big Trevally love it too. We're just gonna need some pliers because that hook's in the net.
Just here, Paul.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. That'd be the pliers just sitting at my feet. Now, oh, look at what he's done to that back. Oh,
He straightened it.
he's straightened it. Shane, we don't need a lie detector because you're pretty good. How big's this barra?
I reckon he's more than 85.
More than 85?
More than 85.
And when we say 85, we're talking centimetres, not age. That fish is probably, what, 4 years old would it be?
Yeah, 4 or 5 years
Yep.
old.
85 centimetres of barra. How big's that, Dad?
Beautiful fish.
Great condition too. Like, look at the width on his shoulders.
Yeah, and how many pounds do you reckon?
Ugh. I'm not very good at...
Oh,
I'm good at centimetres, not
Okay,
weight.
I reckon he's got to weigh 8 kilos. He's got to be 8 kilos, and he's got that little hook right in his snoz. We'll get that out. And you sneaky bugger, you snuck into my tackle box and got my 3D minnow. Right, that is awesome. Now,
Beautiful.
you actually come down here and do 3 days with your mates.
Yeah, we come down, sleep in the tents
Yep.
at night time to get away from the mosquitoes and just, yeah, live on the boat for 3 days. It's the best way to do it because you're here, you wake up to the fish. Nothing better than waking up first cast and catching a barra.
Well, let's hope the fish don't wake up to us. Let's put it back, mate, and that
Alright.
is just sensational barramundi fishing.
Thanks, buddy. See you later. Oi.
Now that's what I'd be more used to as an average.
Where's that treble? You threw it in my leg.
Oh, look at it, turn around. There's my lure, hang on. That's an interesting lure rack you've got there, son.
Oh, it's in my skin, hang on.
Is it?
Yeah.
No, hang on, only because I pulled it the wrong way. Now, for those of you who don't watch fishing shows a lot, I'll just explain what happened. I hooked a beautiful barra out there. It jumped, come forward, flew the lure hitched in the backside, my rod snapped across the face. Shane, sorry about that, mate.
My rod and reel nearly went in the water.
You should see what I do to people I don't like.
Oh.
Sorry, mate. That's a lovely fish too.
I just thank you for catching me rod and reel before.
Hey, I grabbed it, I saw it disappearing. Thank you, Dad. See, Dad, I told you I'm a true professional, mate. So come away, watch how we work as a team. True professional. How's your head?
I'm going over this side of the boat.
And a very, very good reason. You'll see I got the spotters on today.
That's
Nope.
where you hit me, right in the sun.
Right in the glasses. Well, they protect your eyes, not just from the glaring sun, there's plenty of that here, But oh, I've seen an email with a guy with a hook in his eye. Let me just say, it ain't a good look. So where possible, keep them on. And I do contradict myself occasionally because you'll see I take them off, but it's only to talk to you at home so I can look you in the eye and you can see what a wonderful day I'm having. That was wrong. Oh, yes! Oh, you're eating it right here. Oh, God, get out of there, get out of there. Yep. Why do they put anchor wells at the front of these boats? Well, we've had an eventful morning, haven't we, Shane?
Oh, you went head over heels for a 40-centimetre barra.
Head over heels. Well, I love my barrafish. I'll just lift this guy in, mate.
That was almost good as my smack in the face with your rod.
It was close. And that is a lovely fish. Just a small one. Why Shane gets the hooks out. The fishing's been a little bit tough. The tides aren't as big as they have been. There's not as many barra moving through this creek. I noticed most of the fish this morning were coming from an area just over there where they had some shade. So, as I said, I went back to this lure, Old Faithful. I just banged it in there about 5 times, caught myself a nice little barra, and did a bit of a dance in the ankle well too.
Good to watch.
Just remember, what happens on the boat, stays on the boat. We won't be telling anyone. Oh, it's a nice one too. Well done. Oh! Coming right towards you. That's
That
a nice
was
fish,
the
yeah.
softest of takes, Paul.
Just a tap tap
Oh, barely even felt it. My lure started going sideways. My line,
from
sorry.
right under that tree.
Just out from it. I think
Yeah.
you would have followed it out. And that's on that same Yozerian, the small one, but in the pearl white colour.
Yeah, I'm actually noticing that you've raided my tackle box again. The technical term is 3D minnow or thief, depending on which
thief.
way you want to look at it, because he stole it out of my tackle box. You liked that lure when you saw it, didn't you?
I did. I like pearl white.
Almost as much as the barra. I'll come and give you a hand, mate.
It's the first fish we've actually hooked with a lure in its mouth.
He ate it, mate.
They've all
That
been
is
inside the face, but he wanted that.
beautiful little lure. He wanted that bad. And look at that. You'd hate to be a bait fish in the Northern Territory, wouldn't you? I'll lay him down, scar side up. Oh. Let's ply him. And mate, that is well hooked. Let's see how we go here. Shane, when you were working at the store, you must get a lot of tourists come in.
We do.
Can you tell me about the excitement tourists have when it comes to barramundi?
Well, why do they travel here? They travel here to catch something like this. It's different than every other fish. Sometimes you've got to put in the hard work for them, sometimes you don't, but the result, just the hit, the fight, the jumps,
Oh, the spikes!
the experience of being here.
Now, I've got 2 technical issues going on. One is an anal spike. The second is your bogey grips aren't going so hot, mate. Have you ever thought of gluing this to the end of them? So, we'll just take 2 and lay him back up there.
Get you good.
See these anal spikes? Watch them on barramundi. They just slice my hand clean open, look at that. So, just try to cradle him without jumping, and it's better when the handle stays on the grips. Paul, get a handle on things. There we go. He's not keen to stay, so we'll put him back.
Spare him back in.
Well done, mate. Well, oh no! Now I've got a matching one on the thumb. You know what? I'm not happy, Jan. Jan, not happy. He's going back. Wave to the people at home. Actually, there'll be some people out there. There you go. I've got a good grip on him now. Bye. Don't particularly like this one. Look at the grief he's caused me. I went to that small barramundi. When I went to that smaller lure, I just thought, give it a cast try. I've got to try anything different. He's a jumper too. Very first cast, as Shane's falling over, I got myself a fish, and he's a nice little jumper. Now, Shane, that's obviously not legal size.
No, he's only probably 40 if that.
You were saying last time I fished with you, look at that little lure in his gob, he ate that.
Yep.
You were saying last time I fished with you, big barrel eat these whole.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, we're using, when you use your 14-inch bombers and that.
Yep. Well, he's just swallowed that little lure. I might actually try and get the hooks out first, mate. And it's a first cast wonder. It's funny, you can cast 30 times, change lures, and get a barra first cast.
Something different.
I just got to see something different, don't I? I actually was listening to you before, thanks, mate, because he said something's got to change here to make things happen. Just use them on his little tummy. And something did change. I noticed over there's a beautiful little bit of water moving. That water just started to move. You can actually see the water movement. I cast into that movement. This little fish was there waiting. You're not going to get me, mate. This little fish was there waiting for a feed. And a nice way to release the fish, just spear it back. You see, there he goes. All those bubbles, that's the oxygen that keeps him swimming. Oh, he's eating it right here! Oh! I actually said that cast deserves a fish. It landed right over there. And I just put the sashimi minnow, the jointed one on. And it's a cracker lure. I've never used. Oh, that lure's just come out too. Look, there it is there. That jointed lure is just an absolute cracker, mate. If we get a net shot here, we'll put him in. He is green as. He's going to jump again for sure. That was just jump into the net. Oh! How good is that? The lure was out of his mouth and Shane got him. And look at that. That's a little jointed lure. It is just amazing. It's called a sashimi minnow, and look at that tail, first cast. And watch this for amazing. Red head, yellow back. If I turn it this way, it changes colour. Turn it back this way, it changes again. And that fish ate it at the boat. I saw the barra eat it. Shane, if you ever want to go barramundi fishing for any reason, it is to do something like that, because that is just amazing. And I have to say, as they say in the basketball, when he came out of the water and landed a net, it was nothing but net. Oh, that's
what a great fish, isn't it?
Beautiful fish, Dad. One thing, just stop bucking. How's the thickness on it?
It is weird. It's got a very short tail and it's all just deep. It'd be a heavy fish, but not very long, is it?
I tell you what, I do not like it when people say, that's just about as good as it gets, because I think that's something we use all the time, like, oh, that ticks the boxes. It's just part of the craze at the moment. But let me just say, it can't get a lot better. Coming up to a beautiful secluded river in a beautiful part of Australia with a good mate, Shane Compain, and my best mate, Hans Worsley. Happy Father's Day, Dad.
Well done.
What do you think? What do you think of barra fishing in the Northern Territory?
Fish. Oh, I just love the nature, love the surrounding. It's just beautiful.
And as you said to me yesterday when we arrived, you just cannot fathom the size of this place till you come here,
you can't until you see it.
Well, next time you find yourself in the Northern Territory, pop in your local tackle world store at 11 Mile or Coolalingga. That's where Shane works. Well, he actually doesn't work there. He owns and runs the place. And Shane, you may only be 22 years old, but when it comes to fishing maturity, you're an absolute gun, mate.
Well done, mate. Well done.
And talk about maturity, how's my dad? Oh, a whisker over 70.
A whisker?
About 2 years over 70. And I was actually thinking last night, how long have you been married to my beautiful mother?
Oh, 49 now, nearly.
49 years, and you know what? Let me just say something beautiful. My mum is the most beautiful one on the planet. I heard a rumour. I'm going to get a special dinner. Plenty of croquettes at the Worsling household. I heard a rumour, Dad, that when you left her to come on this trip, because I wasn't here, when you left at the airport, she actually shed a tear. She still misses you after 49 years.
Oh, yes, she does. She does. He's lovely.
She must be a crazy woman. Fancy missing that man. Well, how's that for a tail wave? Whoa! Come here, girl. Wave goodbye to the people, and it'll be a side wave because it's just too big and fat. If you want to see amazing fish like this barramundi, log on to ifishtv.com.au and I'll send you an email every week to let you know what's going on. Check out Facebook and Twitter too. You can see every move we make, every barra we take.